say to someone, "How are you?" Damn it, I want to know how they are. When someone asks me, I want to tell them, I ache to tell them, especially if I'm laying in a hospital bed, especially if I'm in an examining room. Damn it, I don't want to tell them about my symptoms. I want to tell them who I am so I can feel safe in this world. You know, after my accident, people came to my room and said remarkably stupid things to me. You know, it'll get better. It won't always be this bad. Don't give up hope. Maybe one day you'll walk again. Doctor came into my room, all my doctors, and I could hear their voices go up, just 1/2 a decibel. I could hear it. I could feel it, because their voice changed when they turned around and talked to their residents or talked to my family. Just their pitch changed slightly. And what did that do to me? I was too scared and vulnerable to do anything but feel so profoundly alone in this world. I literally wondered about my humanity. That question, that experience of profound alienation is far more painful than being a quadriplegic, far more terrifying. Being profoundly alone in this world, wondering if I'm part of my species anymore. When I was at Jefferson, a resident walked by my room in the hallway on his way home. I'll never forget it. It was on a Sunday night, about 6, 7 o'clock. He was walking out. He goes past my door and then comes back and looks in. He said, "You know, Dan, I have no idea what it's like for you in there." He said, "But my wife and I just lost a baby. And if your pain is anything like mine, my God, it's got to be awful." And he walked away. That was 34 years ago. I remember his voice, his face, what he wore, the time of day and the day of the week. He saw me as a human being. 2 months later, I was in the physical therapy gym, and my PT transferred me to a mat, and I was laying there, and you know, she was telling me about her weekend. And her legs were crossed, and I looked down, and her hand was just resting on my ankle as she was talking about her weekend. That was the first time in 3 months anybody had touched my body below the sensory level, touched my body in a non-clinical way. I was touched. These little things brought me back to my species, brought me back. All the words don't mean a thing. That you're okay, we still love you, you still have a career, you still have a job. It doesn't mean anything. A little touch brought me back to my species. The resident who had the courage to try to fathom my experience. How long did it take them? Wasn't it like a therapy session? Minutes, seconds. And it changed my life. There's a very real phenomenon called compassion fatigue. We do burn out. We can't ask ourselves to do more than we can do. I don't give a damn what these administrators put on you. You can't ask yourselves to do more than you can do. That's burnout. And when compassion turns into something that's fake, that's burnout. When we get away from who we are at core, that's burnout. When we forget what our lives are really about. Our lives are really about care. We're not doctors and nurses. We're servants. We are servants. We serve. And when we serve, we feel better about ourselves and our lives. We feel more humble and more honored. When we forget those things, we burn out. I saw an internist for the first time, and we were kind of, I guess, interviewing each other. She asked me my history. I told her a bit about what I told you. And I was about to go on, and I saw that she closed her eyes, just for a couple of seconds, taking it in. And at that moment, I thought, I will follow this person anywhere. She gets me, or she's willing to, or she's open to, or she, a couple of seconds, she closed her eyes. I was laying in my hospital room at Jefferson, looking out windows, a gray, rainy day in February in Center City. And so the view out my window, it's not pretty. And I'm just staring out there, looking at my dead arm. And for some reason, I thought about all of the people I loved. I mean, loved. And I didn't just think about it. I felt that love in my body, and my chest felt warm and expansive and big, literally big. I felt my chest growing. And then I thought about all the people who loved me, and it's like my body couldn't contain all that warmth. And then I looked down at this dead left arm, and I said almost out loud, it's a freaking arm, for God's sakes. That's all it is. It's an arm. Look at all this love in my life. That's what counts. That's what counts. For all of us, for all humans, that's what counts.